Professor Dr. S. Gauri is the Director of EMRC of UGC and also Professor in the Department of Manufacturing Engineering, Anna University. He is the recipient of the National Award for Outstanding Academic 2011, honored by the Indian Society of Technical Education, New Delhi in 2012. He has previously been the Registrar of Anna University of Technology, Chennai. He received BE in Mechanical Engineering from Tyagarajar College of Engineering, Madurai, MTech in Production Engineering and PhD in Precision Machining in IIT Madras. He was awarded for his PG work, project work in IIT Madras. His main areas of interest are technical education system development, precision machining, rapid prototyping, FEA, biomedical engineering, medical image analysis, and shape memory alloys. He is a life member of ISTE, AMM, and SME of USA. He has been awarded with fellowships of research work done in surface engineering by NSF USA in 1992 and by NSTB Singapore in 1997 to 1999. He is a visiting faculty in India and abroad in many colleges and universities, including Nanyang Technological University, Singapore, Technical University, Weingarten, Stuttgart, Germany, and taught nanotechnology. He has traveled many countries, including Germany, UK, USA, Netherlands, Singapore, Spain, Switzerland, Malaysia, Brunei, and Australia for his academic works. In addition, he got international travel fellowships from UGC, AICTE, CSIR, and DST. He has successfully completed several projects in India and abroad. He has offered technical consultations in India and abroad to MNCs such as Sony of Japan, Pratt & Whitney of USA, GE of Singapore, iGel of Australia, and also to Railways Coach Factory, Chennai. He was a member of the Technical Expert Committee selected by DST to participate in the Indo-UK Manufacturing Engineering Colloquium held in January 2012. He headed the International Joint Project on Virtual Laboratories on Mechatronics, a real-time web-based project with partners from Julius Maximilian University, Würzburg, Germany, and the University of Madrid, Spain in 2005. He is holding an international patent for the work done in micromachining during his tenure in Singapore. He is a member and director of several Tamil Nadu government advisory boards.
In this lecture, we will discuss on the algebraic method, payoff values or coefficients, the probability of choosing the strategy. So far, we have used the techniques such as algebraic, whether it is a 2 into 2 matrix or 2 into 3 or 3 into 2 or m into n matrix, when there is no concept of dominance be applicable, then we have to go for such algebraic technique. And in the algebraic technique, we made the inequalities based on the payoff for the player A and player B. So, if it is a m into n matrix, you will get m plus n number of inequalities, and with that you will be able to solve the problem. And another technique is this graphical technique or graphical method, and this method is applicable when the size of the matrix is either 2 into n or m into 2, that is 2 rows and n columns, or m rows and 2 columns. When it is not a 2 into 2 matrix, how will you solve a 2 into 2 matrix? Algebraic method easily. The method of oddments we can easily solve it in no time. But if it is rectangular, either 2 into n or m into 2, we have to go for algebraic technique when there is no concept of dominance applicable. But once you use the graphical method, you will find what will be the best strategies. Two set of strategies will be selected by the player who is having more than 2 strategies, and according to that the other player will play, and for that the graphical method is adopted. That means, a 2 into n matrix or m into 2 matrix will be finally reduced to 2 into 2 matrix. That is the one. Or even in the graphical method, the graph itself we can find out the value of the game, what it is, or by the 2 into 2 matrix, once you go for the algebraic method, what you have done, you can find out the value of the game and the probability of usage of the strategies of the player A and B. These are all will appear when there is no pure strategy. When there is a pure strategy, please do not go for anything else. You will feel you are blessed, the job is successfully completed with no time, because there is a saddle point. When there is no saddle point, all this type of procedures are to be followed. Clear? It is good. Okay, there are two players A and B, and the strategies for A are 2, and for the strategies of B there are 3 strategies, and the payoffs are 6, 20, 7 and 12, 15 and 10. Please check whether there is any saddle point. No saddle point. When there is no saddle point, we can go for algebraic, but here we should go for the graphical technique. Since there is no saddle point, there is no pure strategy, it is only a game of mixed strategy. When there is a mixed strategy, they use the probability of P 1 and P 2. Similarly, here there are probabilities. We know P 1 plus P 2 is equal to 1, or P 1 is equal to 1 minus P 2, or P 2 is equal to 1 minus P 1, and I am going to use this formula here. How to do that further? Now, what will be A's payoff for B's selection of 1, 2 and 3? That is the question. The previous one, if B selects the first strategy, A's payoff for B 1 is equal to what? How will you calculate the payoff? What is the probability? P 1 and P 2, or P 1 or 1 minus P 1. What is the probability of using is P, and what is the payoff? 6. So, what is the payoff for the first strategy for A selection? 6P, and plus 20 P 1, 20 P 2, that is nothing but 1 minus P 1. So, 6 P 1 plus 20 minus 20 P 1, that is equal to minus 14 P 1 plus 20. In case B selects first, what A will get is this much, that is the one. Like that, what A will get, A's payoff for B 2, similarly for B 3, that you have to calculate. So, how will you calculate them? You will find it, you do that, you multiply with the payoff values what is given in the matrix, that is equal to 7 P 1 plus 12 1 minus P 1. This is 15 P 1 plus 10 1 minus P 1, that is equal to 5 P 1 plus 10, here minus 5 P 1 plus 12. So, this is a one, this is another equation. Now, we got a sort of a 3 equations. So, with these 3 equations and the probability value, we will plot in a graph. So, take a graph sheet and remember these values: minus 5 P 1 plus 12 1, this is the second equation, and this is the third equation. What is the previous one? Minus 14 P 1 plus 20, that is the first equation, minus 14 P 1 plus 20, that is a first equation. So, these 3 you should remember, and with that you will be able to plot the graph. To draw the graph, draw some vertical line, then another vertical line, preferably in the middle draw a horizontal line. Let this be 0, let this be 1, 0.5, 0.25, 0.75. Okay. And this represents 0 to 1 represents the probability. Now, go to the first equation. These two are representing the strategies. Okay. Equation 1 minus 14 p p 1 plus 20, or you put p 1. When p 1 is 0, what is the payoff? 20. So, here it is 0, comfortably put 20, and this is the point what you have to make. This is point. When p 1 is 1, 20, p 1 is 1, for p 1 0, payoff is 20. When p 1 is 1, payoff is 6. Okay. So, this is 20, this is 10, this is 5, similarly it is 5. So, 6 may be here, for example. So, this is the one, this is for the equation number 1. Then this is a straight line, so you join it. So, this is for B 1. In case B 1, the payoff what we will get is lying with this. Then go to the equation number 2. What is the equation number 2? Minus 5 p 1 plus 12. So, for p 1 0, payoff is value is 12. For p 1 1, that is equal to 7. So, 12 already have put 10, here it is 15, 12.5 or maybe 12 here, and next case it is 7, here you have put 6, no, 7 may be here. So, join the line. So, this is B 2. The next one, equation number 3, you put in a similar way, find out what is the payoff for p equal to 0 and p equal to 1 in the third equation. Equation 3, what is the equation 3? 5 p 1 plus 10. So, p 1 0, payoff is 10, when p 1 equal to 1, 15. So, p 1 0 is 10, and another is 15. So, 20 is here, this is 20, this is 10. So, 15 may be here, 15 is here. So, this is B 3. So, these are the lines which shows what the A's payoff if B selects a particular strategy, either 1 or 2 or 3. Now, A has to select probability of usage, and this player also will play according to that. So, these are all shown the different payoffs. A is a maximum player, he will try to maximize a minimum gain. So, how are the minimum gains allowed by B? Minimum gains are this one, this one, this one, as well as this, as well as this, as well as this. If you go above, that is a maximum. So, now he will use the probability in such a way that he will try to maximize the minimum gain. Among the minimum point here, here, here and here, there are 4 points, the maximum is lying here. So, that is a one will be taken and played, this played. So, this is falling, this is the probability value of probability p, and this is corresponding to the two strategies. What are the strategies? B 2 and B 3. This point of intersection is point, for example, you say point of intersection P I. So, the P I point of intersection is obtained by the intersection of B2 and B3, because that is a guaranteed one maximum player, he will also accept because they are rational players. This is how you have to find out. Simply say if there are row wise, row player is having only 2 strategies, only when there are 2 rows, select the maximum. The exam you should not get confused. Maximum, find out the minimum point, pick out the maximum or the minimum, that is the one. Then which strategies are forming that point of intersection, you select that strategy, and now the problem is reduced to 2 into 2 matrix, where for the B the strategies B2 and B3 will be allowed, he will not go for that. If it is a other matrix, there are only 2 columns and there are m number of rows, then go for opposite minimax, find out the maximum and in that what is the minimum, that will go to the next one. Now, the problem has been reduced to 2 into 2 matrix, where A has a given 2 strategies and B selects what are the strategies 2 and 3, and payoff values are 7, 15, 12 and 10. Now, find out the odd bands values. 7, 15, the difference is 8, 12 and 10 it is 2. So, it is 2 by 10, this is 8 by 10, that is equal to 1 by 5, this is 4 by 5. Similarly, using the algebraic technique, the odd band technique, you will get 7 minus 12 is 5 and here it is 7 minus 12, 12 the difference is 5, 15 5. So, the probability is 1 by 2, 1 by 2. These are the probabilities. For A, the answer is 1 by 5, 4 by 5. For B, the answer is, what will you say? Very good. Put 0, comma, half, comma, half. What is the value of the game? Value of the game you can find it in many ways. Either it is 1 by 5 into 7 plus 4 by 5 into 12, that is equal to, what will you get? 55 by 5, 11. Please check whether you get the same 11 by all the other remaining methods. Maybe 15 into 1 by 5 plus 10 into 4 by 5 will you get same, or half into 12 plus half into 10, or half into 7 plus half into 15. You are supposed to get the same value of the game 11. So, the answer is value of the game is 11. A selects strategy 1 with the probability of 1 by 5, other one the probability of 4 by 5, and B does not go for selecting the first strategy, you will select the second and third strategy with the probability of 50-50 equal of like that. Value of the game is 11. That means always the game is favorable to 11, because the matrix payoffs are like that, no, everywhere it is plus plus, no minus. Do not say it is an unfair game, that we should not say that. According to the payoff, this is the one, this is the optimal solution, you pick out like this. Clear?
Let me summarize at the end that if the problem is not having a saddle point, it is a problem of mixed strategy. Then we can reduce the size into either into a 2 into n or m into 2 matrix, and if it is not possible, you can go for algebraic technique, for which you can put for each row x1, x2, x3, x4 like that, and for each column you can put y1, y2, y3, y4 like that, whereas this x and y represents the frequency of selecting a particular strategy or the probability of using the strategy. And with this assigning as a variables, and you can frame a simultaneous set of simultaneous equations and solve it until you find the values of all the x and the y, and they are nothing but the probability of using the strategies, and from that, using the other payoff values, we can find out the value of the game also. At the end of the lecture, let me give a fresh up questions. Question number 1, what do you mean by consistency? Question number 2, if there is no consistency or inconsistency existing, how will you proceed to find out the optimal solution? The last question, how will you frame a perfect equation based on the probability of choosing the strategies?